Hey guys, this is video number 3, Math 100. We are factoring. We are doing GCF and grouping. So let's see where we're at right now. Okay, so now sometimes we have a negative in front. Okay, when we're doing GCF and our first term is a negative, we always, always, always factor out a negative. Okay, so we will make sure we do a negative GCF on all of these, and that's going to change the signs. That's going to make some sign issues come up that we haven't seen yet. So let's look at this first one. So the first term is negative, so we know we're going to factor out a negative, so there's that part. And then the numbers for 15 and 5, so the GCF for 15 and 5 would be 5. And then we do the smallest power of our variable, which is going to be x to the second. Okay, now we do a little division, and a negative divided by negative is a positive. So this is going to be a positive 3x. We had 3 x's, we take out 2, we're left with 1. A negative divided by negative is a positive. 5 divided by 5 is 1. And that's that one. That's it. That's the GCF for that one. Let's go to the next one. I'm going to skip a line. I've got some more space here. Okay, so now the first term is negative. So I'm going to factor out a negative. From the numbers, from my multiplication facts, then I know that 4 is going to be the GCF. I have p's in all of them. And so the lowest power of p is p to the first, or just p. And now I'm going to do my little division. So that's going to be a positive 5. A negative divided by negative is going to give me a positive 5. P to the second. And then positive divided by negative is going to be a negative 8. P. Right? And then a positive divided by negative is a negative 2. Now, remember, you can always check by multiplying. I can always check this. So if I multiply it, I get a negative 20 p to the third, positive 32 p to the second, positive 8p. Now check it. Is that what I started with? Look closely. Make sure I got all the signs right. It is. So it checks. So remember, this is my answer. And it checks. All right, let's do the next one. Take out a negative 1 for sure. Is that first? Not a negative. Yeah, take out a negative first. And if I look, that's the only thing. That's why I put a 1, because I kind of already knew it and forgot to slow down and let you think it through. But there's negative common, and that's it. There's no common number. There's no common variable because the last term does not have an x. So that's it. So I'm just factoring out a negative 1. And so that's going to give me an x to the fourth, a positive 9x to the second, and a positive 4. So really all this does is it changes all the signs. Now we kind of did this earlier. We've had something that kind of did that. Again, you can think about that. So that's the answer there. All right, next one. We're going to take out a negative for sure. Let's check out our numbers. I think 2 is common. Check out our variables. Everybody's got x's, and the lowest power is a 3. Okay, so now let's divide this out. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is a positive 1. X to the fifth, x to the second. It's going to be a negative 7. X. It's going to be a positive 9. Multiply that back out to check to see if it's right. And there we go. Last one for this one. We've got last one for this one. We've got a negative negative common because the first one's negative, and then we have an a common, negative a. So if I divide that, I'm just going to be left with an n plus m. A little tricky there. Oh, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. Ooh, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Let's check it. How do I know it's wrong? If I check it, I'm going to get a negative a n. Check it. And a negative a m, and that is not right. Okay, so I'm wrong. Checked it. I missed the sign. Almost got tricked on it. That should be a minus. So negative a n. And then a negative times a negative gives me that positive a n. There we go. So now it's right. Now it's right. Okay? All right. This is video 3. Let's see what's next on our list. Ooh, factor out of parentheses. Okay. All right. So now, before we factor out of parentheses, let's look at this one. The only thing common here is a p. So I would take a p, and that would be 3c to the second plus 4d to the second. Okay, that's no big deal, but now we're going to let p stands for parentheses. All right, so now look. Parentheses is what's common. Parentheses is what's common. Each one of those, the parentheses are common. That's what the P stands for. So it's the parentheses that's common, and then the leftovers, see, this same problem right here. And then the leftovers are 3c squared plus 4d squared. Parentheses common. I know it looks strange. And then the leftovers. Let's look at that next one. Parentheses is what's common. So c plus 3 is what's common. And then my leftovers is r plus t. And that's it. Last one. Parentheses is common. What's left over? A q to the second minus 3. Now, let me just remind you that these can be written in either order. If you, for some reason, have learned it a little differently, you might put the r plus t first and the c plus 3 second. So no, you can switch those. Those are switchable. And it's still correct. So this is a parentheses GCF. Factoring out a parentheses is a GCF. Okay. Next up is grouping, if I'm not mistaken. All right, almost done. It's just math, y'all.